will remember. All the voters will remember. Biden, Biden, come November. Biden, Biden, come November. All the voters will remember. All the voters will remember. How many kids have you killed today? Biden, Biden, what do you say? Biden, Biden, what do you say? How many kids have you killed today? 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 How many kids have you killed today?
The reason I came out here is because of the war that's happening in Palestine and the siege that's taking place in Gaza. They are people that have been occupied for over 75 years, and I came here to tell Joe Biden that when he went to Israel and gave them the green light to start a war against the people of Gaza was unjust. And now there's so many people that have been killed, and still it's not like two nations that are fighting each other or two armies. It is a people that have been under siege for many, many years, and they are fighting to break out of the siege. It's like they live in an open air prison, 2 million people, and they are fighting for the right to exist. And then what they do is they cut off water, food, medicine, electricity, and I'm talking to you right now, and they don't have anything, like water or food or medicine, to help them. I mean, basic human needs, and that's not fair,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Why do you? The past 3 weeks, we've seen a shift in support for Palestinians.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Because of the inhumane treatment of Israel towards the Palestinians. And so people have finally started seeing, the difference in the way the Palestinians have been treated. Like, many people didn't know how Gaza has been under siege for many, many years. And so to be human is to really feel for another human being. And so to say that Israel is the victim would be doing unjust, would not be doing justice to the Palestinian people who have been under siege, who have been living in a concentration camp. I don't think any human being would want this for themselves or their own family. To watch the TV and to see that the media is so biased towards Israel is unfair.
Well,
Yes.
that's one thing I was going to ask you about. What do you think about the media's coverage?
It is very unfair. It is not telling the truth. There are many lies, many fabrications, and it really misleads its public. And they need to come out and tell the truth.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And one last question. How would you see peace being resolved in the region?
That's a very, very tough question, because the Palestinians have always wanted peace with Israel, and Israel refuses to have peace. Israel wants more and more and more land, and it wants to terminate the people. It wants to have the people of Palestine move into different Arab countries just so that it can seize the land, and that's not fair. I don't see any peace with Israel. I don't see any peace with the Zionist racist state. I see peace with Christians, Muslims, and Jews living together, yes, but not with the Zionist state of Israel. No, there is no peace.
Don't you cry! Don't you cry! Will never die! Will never die! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Ceasefire now! 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 Ceasefire now!
So I've been protesting Palestine for almost a decade now, and came from Tampa, but I had to come because this is, with the momentum of everything and what's going on, I just absolutely had to come out and show support.
What would be your message to Biden and other politicians who are supporting this genocide?
To stop. It's not going to benefit anybody other than Israel, of course. Americans, we don't want it. We don't want to go to another war. We don't want the genocide of an entire population. I mean, it's just appalling that it's gone on for as long as it has. And everything is like a war crime that's happening.
Yep.
And so he needs to stop being Netanyahu's puppet and listen to Americans.
And that's another thing. The past 3 weeks, we've seen an increase in support for Palestine.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
I think because people are finally getting access to what's really going on. 8 years ago, when I first started protesting, I mean, it was barely anybody, and now people are waking up. They're actually able to see everything with like the internet and not being censored so much, and everybody knows that it's not okay. And I think a lot of the push for the support for Palestine right now also comes from the support for Black Lives Matter. I think it just fed into it, and everybody's tired of dealing with the same crap that they've been dealing with for years.
Absolutely. And what do you think? What are your thoughts about the media's coverage of all this?
Absolutely atrocious. And now I've seen a few interviews of CNN where now they're starting to talk back and ask questions defending the Palestinians, but it's too late at this point. They've already made their bed, and the only news outlet that's been reporting it day one is Al Jazeera.
Right.
Yeah. So they need to be reporting both sides, not do a neutral thing. Stop asking if we condemn Hamas, because it's irrelevant.
Right.
At this point.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free!
Yeah, absolutely.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
Time for Israel to bomb all the kids, she gives the kids, she gives everybody over there. That's not right. I'm coming to say free for Palestine.
What would be your message to the government, to the politicians?
Yeah, he sent every bomb over there. He sent airplane. He sent everything over there to kill the children over there, to kill the woman. Third of the people die. More than third is the children. More than 4,000 children right now is the die. That's not right.
No, absolutely not.
We have to, Palestine, she has to be free.
And how would you think the situation will resolve between Palestinians living in Palestine? How would peace come about?
Israel has to leave Palestine anyway. She has to be free. Palestine she has to be free.
Absolutely.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine. No kill, no. Jerusalem is ours. Is not Israel. Jerusalem is a Muslim. Jerusalem is for Muslim people, for Muslim people, for all country over there. It's not for Jewish people.
Yeah.
Fuck you, class traitors!
That's right.
Fuck you, class traitors! Fuck you!
I like pussy. Come on now, it's not that. Damn. Whoa, shit.
You're not making us stuff like you guys. Stay away from people's land. Facts are facts. You hear that?
Facts are facts. It's every day, and mostly who's getting killed? Babies, children, right? So we're seeing the death toll has passed over 10,000. Joe Biden wants to pass $14 billion more to Israel. Why? Israel. These Israel soldiers are killing. They're colonial settlers. They're colonial settler soldiers. They're not for Palestine. Palestinians get oppressed every day, for whether it's West Bank or Gaza. We see Palestinians get oppressed, and they're not even letting them try to go to the Sinai. They're keeping them in an open-air prison. It's the most dense place in the whole world, and we're not giving Palestinians a voice. Those over 2 million Palestinians, where are they going to go? That's their home. And for the Palestinian workers, for the Palestinian journalists, for the Palestinian helpers who are there and saying we're going to die there, those martyrs, God is with them. We support them. Those people, they're blessed by God because they're willing to die there, regardless of what takes to say. We saw a lot of the nurses, the surgeons saying it's okay, we're gonna stay at the hospital. They burned, it's not just mosques, they burned the Orthodox Church. The Orthodox Church, they're Palestinian Christians. I'm Orthodox Christian. They're Palestinian Christians. They burned if you guys are Baptist, they burned the Baptist church. They did the Orthodox Church, the third oldest Orthodox church in the world. People have to understand this is a Palestinian thing. It's not even a religion thing. People think, I have to be Muslim. You don't have to be Muslim. We saw Jews here today, right? Yes.
It's a human thing.
It's a human thing. It's not I swear to God, it's not a religion thing. So if you have a heart, South Africa understands apartheid. A lot of people in my country, there's an Amara genocide. We understand what genocide goes through. We have a bad government right now. Just last year in my country, over 1 million people died. So we understand how death looks like, and unfortunately, America's supporting our government. Unfortunately, a regime, and so we need to support. We need to have coalitions. We need to work together, and we need to, just like how Palestinians have helped Black people, African Americans. They've worked together, especially in Ferguson and different types of killings. They've been there for the movements. We have to support each other. Free Palestine from the river
to the sea.
From the river
to the sea.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Willing. Free now.
Palestine free now.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.